A revolution has a major impact on changing the political, economic, and the social structure of the society. The aims of revolutions are usually tied to an ideology. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the greatest revolutionary the world has ever witnessed. It is because the revolution of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, changed not only religion, beliefs, and rituals, but also the entire political, economic, and the social system. The revolution at the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the fastest revolution the world had ever witnessed, which took just 23 years. Thus, in order to gain a comprehensive concept of revolution, the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would serve as the best example. It is a revolution in every aspect of life, such as political, economic, social, cultural, and also legal. Within 13 years in Medina, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established his governance in a small area of 390 square kilometers. Then, on an average, the governance expanded at the rate of 780 square kilometers per day. And when Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, left the world, the Muslims ruled over an area of 25 lakh 90,000 square kilometers. This revolution was possible because of the meticulous planning and the execution by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The revolution of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, can be divided into various stages, such as Stage 1, Ideology. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came with a very strong ideology of worshipping the one true God, the God who has created and is sustaining the universe. He asked the people to believe that there is no God but Allah and to be cautious about their accountability in the hereafter so that they could be successful in this world and the hereafter. The ideology stated that the ownership and sovereignty only belongs to Allah and there will be no human sovereign. He, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, basically united people under the flag of monotheism. The ideology aimed to redress the flaws and the shortcomings of the incumbent system. The ideology basically challenged the status quo, an ideology that was based on sincerity and truth, naturally strikes a chord with its audience. In order to practically show its implementation, Prophet Muhammad was given the Quran by God. Stage number 2, creating a team and organizing people. After attaining prophethood, the first task which was set up by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was to organize people and make them into one group. When people started accepting his message and agreed to stand up against oppression and injustice, Prophet Muhammad organized them into groups. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, introduced the practice of taking pledge. He asked people to give him pledge of allegiance that they will listen and obey the others, that they will listen and obey the orders, both at the time when they are active and at the time when they are tired and at their difficult times and when they are at ease and to be obedient to the ruler and much, much more. Stage 3, Passive Resistance. After creating a small team and organizing people, the next aspect was to resist in a passive manner. Once the ideology caught on and found support from the people, the passive resistance began. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the earliest companions went through various hardships. People attacked the Prophet and called him mad, magician, poet, etc. It hurt him, but Prophet Muhammad remained patient and responded to them by simply turning his face. But he never got rude or harsh and advised the same to his companions. The companions were physically tortured, they were not given food, the rich were imprisoned, and the poor slaves were beaten in the worst ways. In the center of the streets, a woman companion was killed in front of her son. They were victims of social boycott and much more. But the Muslims did not indulge in any kind of revenge. But the only step which was taken by Prophet Muhammad in response to the torture was to ask a few people to migrate to Abyssinia. Stage 4, Active Resistance. This is the most crucial step in the process of revolution. If it is not taken on the right time, all the efforts will be wasted. The period of active resistance started during the later years in Mecca. One of the first acts of active resistance witnessed was when Muslims decided to pray in front of the Kaaba rather than in the confines of their homes. After this, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, started the active resistance by sending small groups of people to block the route from where the Quraysh used to take their goods for trade, which can also be called as the economic blockade of Mecca. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, talked to the other clans who supported Quraysh, due to which the political influence of the Quraysh diminished and the profits increased. During this time, there was no movement from the Quraysh. This initiative was taken by the Prophet. From then on, the greatest revolution on earth happened, which changed everything: religion, beliefs, rituals, the political system, the economic system, and the entire social fabric. It was an end to oppression, injustice, nationalism, racism, and falsehood. Stage number 5: Confrontation. As the revolutionary movement grew, a final confrontation with the existing system is unavoidable. The confrontation event was the conquest of Mecca, which was achieved without much bloodshed. The lead up to this stage, though, was built on the 23 years of tireless effort by Prophet Muhammad and his companions. For the successful outcome of the confrontation, Prophet Muhammad ensured that the revolutionaries pile up in numbers and zeal. The confrontation phase is merely a battle in a long drawn process that is similar to the climax in a storyline. Stage 6: Confronting the counter revolutionary forces. Success in the confrontation phase does not guarantee a transformation. Further work is required for consolidating the gains. Once it became clear that the flow of revolution cannot be stopped and it will replace the current system, few people asked for forgiveness and few people rebelled. After the conquest of Mecca, some counter revolutionary forces were born, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, dealt with them in an effective manner. Stage 7: Establishing the religion of Allah. Once the counter revolutionary forces were defeated, Prophet Muhammad strived to establish the law of Allah in every aspect of human life: the social system, economic system, legal system, and the political system. They were all designed as per the guidelines by Allah in the Quran. This led to the completion of the mission of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, on this earth. Conclusion: if we want to bring in a positive revolution, we need to follow the way of Prophet Muhammad and reject all the other methods. The revolution was slow at the initial stage but caught pace at a later stage. The revolution of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the most unique revolution in the world. The revolution came in a period of just 23 years. In these 23 years, approximately 81 campaigns, ghazwaat, took place in which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was involved in 27 of them, and only few campaigns converted into battles or war. Majority of the campaigns were without fighting, and in these 81 campaigns, only 1018 people were killed. Out of 259 were Muslims and 759 were non-Muslim. It was such a huge revolution and only few people were killed, which could also be called as a bloodless revolution. What better example can we have for a peaceful and a swift revolution? If you're new to our channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. If you like our video, then please drop in a like and share the video with your friends and family in order to gain sawab-e-jariyah.